so with the shit, he put the rocks here up in our bitch. And I ain't no camping, I'm still trapping and serving my folks. And if you want some action, we got static Draco to your throat. And bitch, and I ain't no camping, I'm still trapping and serving my folks. And if you want some action, we got static Draco to your throat. And if you want some action, we got static Draco to your throat. Fell in love with blocking, cold blocks up at an early age. These niggas be camping, never trapping, never made no play. Took a trip to Cali, seen the beach, and then I seen the waves, and then I caught the plug and got the balls, and then I made some play. You ain't not a shooter, you a bitch, I really picked your way. I can't love a hoe, can't cover a hoe, learned that in the day. Queens really got shot, JD on lock, my nigga on the way, so we gon' spin the block, we know. Back up on some trap shit, I got back up on some meat shit. My little nigga so slimy with this Glock, he gon' delete shit. AJ told me little double O, they turned up on some G shit. We get the bowl, we get the meal, we turned up on some street shit. Remember that we used to steal them cars, called it a ray. I ain't never had no big homie, don't give a fuck what he say. If he say that she fuck with me, she lying, don't care what she say. I do the dash, I'm driving fast, I'm turned up on the E-way. Yo, big homie, a funny nigga, call that little boy daddy. I'm on the block, I'm turned up every day, it been a payday. So many choppers in the house, you thought this shit was Mayday. I'm back up on the block, scream fuck the odds, we quick to spin again. If you diss the block, you gotta die, shoot you and your best friend. I'm back up on the block, scream fuck the odds, we quick to spin again. If you diss the block, you gotta die, shoot you and your best friend. Feeling like I'm lava, taking shit before I made a hit. I get full of drugs and get to tweaking and start taking shit. Niggas capping like they trapping, they be on some faking shit. You can love that hoe and cook that hoe, but she gon' I be in the trap, there ain't no cap, I'm still in boat to boat. If you want a boat, just call my phone, bitch, I'm little double up. My life boy, he so with the shit, he put the rocks here up, you know. And bitch, it ain't no capping, I'm still trapping and serving my folks. And if you want some action, we got static Draco to your throat. And bitch, it ain't no capping, I'm still trapping and serving my folks. And if you want some action, we got static Draco to your throat. And if you want some action, we got static Draco to your throat. Hit the gang, get me out of there. Bitch, you love me, they see me, they stop me, stir. You be talking about way, but you never know. If it's small, let me know, put it in there. Hit the beat from the back and I pull her. Stop that let me get in there. I just look in the club with the dealer. See my man and I pull up and lift him up. Put the little hoe out the perk. Now she think I love her, but that's just the way that it works. We put that boy on the shirt, since he wanna slay, now his ain't gotta live with the dirt. Young nigga been through the worst. I put this shit on my life, man, I thought I was cursed. Sliding, trapping with dirt, and he got a 6-step in the chopper in the work. Right the hell can't holler. In a trap all night tryna give me $1. I wanna fool with that hoe, but she fool with the house, so I fuck and clutch, I'm a chopper. Right the hell can't holler. In a trap all night tryna give me $1. I wanna fool with that hoe, but she fool with the house, so I fuck and clutch, I'm a chopper. Ran this shit up on my own, that trap was alone. If you play with that work, then you gone. You talking too much on the phone, then you gotta get gone, cause the feds ain't coming on. Ran this shit up on my own, that trap was alone. If you play with that work, then you gone. You talking too much on the phone, then you gotta get gone, cause the feds ain't coming on. So cool, hit the gang, get me out of there. Bitch, you love me, they see me, they stop me, stir. You be talking about way, but you never there. If it's small, let me know, put it in there. Hit the beat from the back and I pull her. Stop the move a little bit, let me get in there. I just snuck in the club with the Dillinger. See my mans and I pull up and lift him up. Put the little hard the perk. She think I love her, but that's just the way that it works. We put that boy on the shirt since he wanna play. Now his ass gotta leave with the dirt. Young nigga been through the worst. I swear to God on my life, man, I thought I was cursed. They traffic. He got a 6-step in the chopper anywhere. Hit the booth off perk and I say what I feel. Fuck it, it is what it is. I'm in the street selling dope till I give me a deal. 007 for real. Nigga be capping like they want the action to me. Pull up on you and slime me for real. Big ass 556 and 762s and knock off your motherfucking real. But that's just the way that a young nigga live. I'm slamming shit out up in Beverly Hills. I don't give a fuck where I'm at. I put on for myself. That's the reason I probably get killed. I'm feeling just like a sergeant when I got the carbon. I'm up and it's shooting for real. I don't give a fuck about these niggas. These niggas some bitches. They never stepped on me for real.
All these niggas, all the niggas I ain't never stepped on me, never did shit to me, I ain't never got shot, man, no fucking cow, man. Nigga wanna come with me, man, go, come on, man, come get your nigga, man.
Big 72, I rock the boy just like a shooter. Baby, we been by Peru, but all she do with you. I thought my little nigga would true until he color showed. But I'm still gon' slide out with these top and gon' wipe it low. Big 72, I rock the boy just like a shooter. Baby, we been by Peru, but all she do with you. I thought my little nigga would true until he color showed. But I'm still gon' slide out with these top and gon' wipe it low. Ain't going out like JoJo on no bike, I ride around with the top. I ain't going out like Creek, gon' shoot that lead, cause I ain't have no car. Can't leave the house without my Glock, I seen too many niggas drop. Can't put no trust up in the hole, I seen too many bitches flop. I ain't going out like Ricky with this blick, I shoot shit. Can't kick it in the Dixie, we gon' spin it, leave your body too. I'm smoking on this Zodi, drinking, walking, I know alcohol. And if you got a Glock, go try your hip, little bro, you better pop it. Damn, my little nigga got stuck in the jam. All the guys look bit from the mail, they look or scam, I take the whole down. If the plug don't send all the pounds, then we finna slam, go shoot up the town. I really just slam shit down, if I see my man, I'ma lay that down. Hey, Big 72, I rock the boy just like a shooter. Baby, we been by Peru, but all she do is you. I thought my little nigga was true until he color showed. But I'm still gon' slide out with the top and gon' wipe it low. Big 72, I rock the boy just like a shooter. Baby, we been by Peru, but all she do is you. I thought my little nigga was true until he color showed. But I'm still gon' slide out with the top and gon' wipe it low. Ain't going out like JoJo on no bike, I ride around with the top. I ain't going out like Creek, gon' shoot that lead, cause I ain't had no fun. Can't leave the house without my Glock, I seen too many niggas drop. Can't put no trust up in the hole, I seen too many bitches flop. I ain't going out like Ricky with this blick, I shoot shit. Can't kick it in the Dixie, we gon' spin it, leave your body twitch. I'm smoking on this Zodi, drinking, walking, not no alcoholic.
Big jersey, big team forecasted, right around poetry. Big double lock it.
It ain't no talk on this. He's a better bitch, alright.
Take heat, fuck these niggas up.
Cartier, that was my mess now. Tell your main nigga he get X now. Gonna push up on your ass now. Where you come from, where you from now? I keep a bad thing on me, yeah, yeah. Dreads on me like Beijing, yeah, yeah. After this, right back to them like an accident. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey man, I'm calling you, leave it legit, I can promise you that. Yeah, yeah. Tell myself I'ma leave with your friends, I can promise you that. Yeah, yeah. Hey man, I'm calling you, leave it legit, I can promise you that. Never met no nigga rich like me, I can promise you that. I know you don't want no scrub. No. Baby, this thug in love. Nah, yeah. Came up in the club. Yeah. Trying to make some love. Yeah. That's like your mommy, know you won't try me. Hop on the trolley just to see me. Came with nobody, leave with nobody. Reason you came just to see me. Backstage, baby, with your ass out. You know what I'm saying, how you came out. Baby, I promise I'll spit game. Only thing that I can say is like, yeah, that was my mascot. Tell your main nigga he get X now. Gonna push up on your ass out. Where you come from, where you from now? I keep a bad thing on me, yeah. Dreads on me like Beijing, yeah. After this, right back to him like an accident. Yeah. I'm in the car, you gon' leave it legit, I can promise you that. Yeah. Tell myself I'ma leave with your friends, I can promise you that. Yeah. I'm in the car, you gon' leave it legit, I can promise you that. Yeah. Never met no nigga this easy, I can promise you that.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. from the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On play action, Cousins out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Cousins to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Jags are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question, because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. Gets it to Strong. He can only get a yard after all. All that, it's 2nd down. Etienne up the middle. And he's got room. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Now Lawrence. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. 2nd and 4. On play action, Lawrence. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a 1st down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. They'll run with Etienne. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to add on to their first half lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he's going to be met at about the 43. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
3rd and 2, now Lawrence. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Slot man moves right. Second and 1. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars will take over possession here up at the 44. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Handoff running left is Etienne. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Lawrence. Screenplay. Here's Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Buried behind the line by Shaquille Griffin on the corner blitz. The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The Colts send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Play action. It's Lawrence. And the man open here is Strong. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. In motion is Strong. Now Lawrence on 1st down. Looking Strong's way again, and he's got it. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Able to find his man, Woods. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously, a lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Over the middle, into the hands of Woods. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So a roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Jags are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll look to ETN to start things out. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They go play action now. Lawrence airing it out, looking for Ridley. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Going for it, here's ETN. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Hey, exit.
Lawrence on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. Down the numbers. There he goes. 30. 10. 5. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From the 6. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. 40 yards. And the Jaguars get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 3rd quarter, I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings.
And now here is another interception. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On second down, Etienne once more. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Jaguars look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run with Jackson out of the gun. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's caught by Jackson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And the slot man goes in motion left. First and 10, Taylor now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll get this off to Taylor. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack.
Touchdown! Khalif Raymond, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. From the 6. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
They'll start on the ground. Etienne. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trevor Lawrence, 15 yards. And the Jaguars continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a first down. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs.
And my goodness, another interception. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. This pass complete to Higgins. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Being chased out left. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
He'll buy some time right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. In motion comes the tight end left. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line. On the handoff, Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here. They'll roll him out right. Throw caught by Raymond. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Back to throw again.
Looking for Woods again, and he finds him.
And he is going to lose yardage here. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Eluding the pressure right. Now a diving catch made just beyond the line of scrimmage.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Point after, right down the middle. And that will get them one closer. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Jaguars, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. And for Charles Davis and our